record this Zoom call so that everybody can benefit from all this brilliant information that we've got for you this evening. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this Sunday evening Zoom call with the Bureau of Forefront. And may I thank King Ben for the use of his Zoom meeting room so that we can bring all this information to you. Okay, I'd like to quickly thank the members of the panel who are Bureau Forefront members that are here to assist us in this challenge, this courageous challenge that we've got to disseminate this information to everybody within this call. Okay, now what we've got for you this evening, guys, is something extremely important. I can't stress it enough that you must understand what we're trying to get through to you this evening. Okay. We will start from the very beginning about misinformation, because if we are misinformed in any way, shape or form, then we're not going to learn anything about this platform. Okay. The Bureau of Forefront are extremely and heavily involved in research in this platform, Dowversal. Okay. And we all know why. For Hyperverse Hypernation members to move on successfully, recovering their assets, and not only recovering their assets, but to hopefully find a suitable platform to move forward and give us a positive future too. Okay. And the reason I've started this meeting today like this is because last night I saw a video on YouTube which was absolutely shocking. I can't help but say this. It was absolutely shocking. And it hit me, the challenge that the Bureau have got in trying to help other members with this platform. It's extremely important that all members understand what I've got to say to you today. There are so-called leaders and groups of members online. I'm not one to name and shame or anything like that, but I will warn members to be on their guard against misinformation. Okay. The video I saw yesterday regarding the transition between Hyperverse, Hypernation and Dowversal was absolute rubbish. It was not factual. It actually made me cringe at what they were publishing out to the members of the public. And I can understand now why so many members are not only confused, but throwing the towel in and walking away. And that is not why I'm here on a Sunday evening with my members of the Bureau to help you guys. Okay. Because I want to be able to, you know, save you guys from this misinformation. I'll start from the beginning of what this video started with. Now, these guys are supposedly experts within the crypto space, advising members of what they should and shouldn't be doing. Now, we don't do that. We give the information and we give you the opportunity to choose whether you take that information and act on it or not. Okay. These guys have logged into their hyper community website like we should do, like we know we should do, because that's where we were told to, that's where we were guided from our Hyperverse website. Okay. They've logged into that website. They've seen their assets. Now, the first problem that they came across was that they had no pending rewards. Okay. Now, one of those people admitted that they had no pending rewards because it was their fault. They hadn't been following the platform. They hadn't been staying in touch with everything. They'd been off seeking other opportunities, trying to make money. Okay, so it was misinformation. It was a lack of information. That's why they had no pending rewards. So what we're looking at is hopefully all you guys didn't do that and you've got pending rewards. But the point is that chap had a substantial amount, over $2 million worth of HPT. And that chap was telling people that he'd transferred it to his MetaMask wallet. Under no circumstances whatsoever has Dalversal, Hypernation, Hyperverse, the Bureau of Forefront, or anybody that's got half a clue about this platform, nobody has said put it on a MetaMask. Okay, so that is the first crucial mistake that they have made, and they're publishing this to the members of the public, saying this is what they're meant to be doing. That is dangerous, guys. People are losing money hand over fist. Okay. For a start, if it was true that it should have been going on MetaMask, A, where's the contract address for the token, HPT? He didn't explain that. B, where did he get the network address from for CVN network, which is obviously Conscious DAO. If anybody's researched this, okay, the CVN network is part of Conscious DAO, which is part of Dalversal, which we all know, those of us that have done our research and done our work, is how we successfully transferred our assets across. These guys don't know what they're doing. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to say it. They've taken some information from God knows where and used it to, I don't know whether they're doing it deliberately or whether they're doing it because they're not informed enough. But my message is, you've got to be careful, guys, because they're going to lose a lot of people, a lot of assets. And if people follow them, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter how good the Bureau are, we cannot help people in that situation. Okay, so this is a stark warning. That's the first problem. Okay, they only need a tiny bit. The group isn't safe. They only, I don't know what that means, but anyway, that was the first problem. Okay, so then they moved over to Dalversal. Okay, I'm trying to think what the other problems were. Deposit wallets from Thomas not using to withdraw HPT or DC. Right. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to share my screen because this is what I do. This is how you should be learning. Okay. Right. Can I get a nod? Yeah, we've got the nod. Right. This is how you should be learning, guys. If you want to learn from anybody, you learn from somebody firsthand who's willing to share their back office. Okay. This is what this guy was doing. He was withdrawing his HPT and he was complaining because he didn't understand that it was only 10%, but he was withdrawing that via MetaMask. Now, anybody that has been following us so far will know that when it comes up, that is how you're supposed to be depositing your HPT. CRC20. Now, this is where people have been, or this is where these two guys were getting confused, because not once did they show this procedure of transferring HPT from your Hyper Community account. Where does it show MetaMask here? Where's the instructions for MetaMask? Nowhere. Nowhere. Not in here, nowhere. So like I say, guys, that's the first problem that I saw. All right. The next problem, I'm trying to remember without actually going back to the video itself, but basically they were saying that they should be able to use HPT, all of it. At the bottom line, the misinformation was the major problem. Oh, that was it. That was it. Let me stop sharing my screen now and come back into the room. Here we are. Right. One of the guys said Sam Lee has developed Dalversal. No. The Bureau of Forefront were founded, I'm one of the founding members of the Bureau of Forefront. We were founded in December last year. Okay. You guys won't understand the amount of research that we've done into following everybody, all platforms, even the platforms that were clearly nothing to do with Hyperverse or Hypernation. Yes, those platforms. The platforms that have ended up being, let's be honest, guys, dummies that have lost people a lot of money. We had to do the research. No, we didn't encourage anyone. We haven't encouraged anybody to put any money into anything. People don't believe it that I'm not in any other opportunities. I'm in one, and I never mention it, not even to my Bureau members, okay? Because that's my dedication to this platform, to get everybody on the right route to the right result from Hyperfund, Hyperverse, Hypernation, Satoshi AI, Dalversal. I followed this all the way through. And do you know what that key thing is? Assets. Your assets. Because everybody that's followed this route has still got their assets. The other way of doing it, where we've heard, I'm not going to mention names, but we all know the person that promised the 1x, the 2x, etc. Where's those assets? There are none. So please, 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 this is all I'm asking. If you're tempted to listen to somebody else, don't act on it before you ask questions. Because I've seen far too many people now lose millions. And those millions to me are not credits on a screen. They're people's lives. They're people's futures. Okay? I'm not here to play a game. I'm here to help you change your lives. Okay? That's what I saw back in Hyperverse when this started going wrong. And that's why I stepped forward to do this role. And I've got a great team at the side of me to help me do this now. And we're going to get the result that everybody wants. Okay, guys? Sorry for that, but I've got to say it. Okay? Because if people go down the road where they think they're going to make some money, be careful. This is about Dalversal, and this is about getting your assets back and moving forward with a platform that's trustworthy, that we can research, that we get answers to. Why is Ben out there now? Ben's out there doing a great job. And the very fact that Ben's out there is partly because I can't. I've had 4 invites out there now. And with my medical problem, which is why I don't work, that's why I'm not out in Dubai myself. I've had 4 invites, guys. I am determined to be out there next year when my health condition should improve with the treatment that I'm getting. But that is my determination, not only for me, for everybody. For everybody. You should retire. Why would I retire? I'm not retiring. I'm here for the long haul, sir. I'm here for the long haul, and I'm going to make sure everybody. I said I'm tired. Oh, I am tired. Absolutely. Anybody would be tired after looking at this platform and finding that 95% of members go running off in the opposite direction, creating mayhem, when there's the truthers amongst us that are getting the truth, and we're stamped on. Our information is stamped on. That's the truth. Like I said, guys, we're here to help. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's get some tutoring done. We're here to help you guys, okay? Right. One of the biggest problems that we've had over the weekend, and again, guys, we supply the proof of everything that we say. Everything. Excuse me, I've got a hoarse throat. There's been a big problem over the last 2 days where people believe they're losing TFA credits. You're not, guys. You're not. Right. Let me show my screen again, and I want to share with you why you're not. Okay, it will be this one here. Okay, we've had some problems. Can you see that? Yeah, we've had some problems with email verification codes not arriving and so forth. There's been some bugs and errors in the system over the last week or two. My account was terrible, but I worked flawlessly with the technical support team in getting that back up and running again. And guess what? 100% works. I haven't got one error with my account now, and neither have a lot of members. But we do understand that there are other members out there suffering the same problems, and this is normal. This is a brand new platform that we are, whether you understand what this is or not, we are the beta testers. We are the people that have been put in a position where we report back to them for every single bug and error that we can find in this system. We are the foundation blocks of the complete empire. And this is why we are being given the opportunity of the TFA program, which is above and beyond what Dalversal have got to offer. Okay, they don't have to offer this, but they understand that we are the people that know the system, that know about crypto, and they're saying, right, we'll give you this opportunity at TFA if you give us this opportunity of helping us to unravel all the little bugs and creases within our system. So let's just have a look through this, guys. The website scheduled maintenance update. Attention all space enthusiasts, blockchain technophiles, and social-fi pioneers of the Web3 future. We would like to notify you that the Dalversal website is undergoing periodic maintenance. Now, periodic maintenance means ongoing, on and off, now and then, okay? In order to improve the system, please be advised that while maintenance is done, the website is unavailable. Okay, what tasks are performed? Minor bugs and glitches fixed for the login system. Optimizing the system to speed up its response time. So what should you do? We ask for your patience while our techs are delivering updates. Watch this space for more updates from the team. We apologize for convenience, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that was delivered yesterday, guys. Okay. Stop sharing. That was delivered yesterday. I spend hours online, like most of you guys know, and most of those hours are spent posting the same post over and over again. Guys, I don't mind doing it. I don't mind helping you guys out. But all members have to do is scroll back 2 or 3 posts, and I can guarantee you'll get your answers to the problems that you're suffering at the moment. Okay. Periodic problems means these problems will be happening. That does not mean we're in a bad space. That does not mean Dalversal is a rubbish site. That means it's a huge project. For anybody that's really looked behind it, under the bonnet at the engine, they would be mind blown at the size of this project. And don't forget, the TFA program has literally only just been launched. Okay. The very fact that they're doing TFA Plus at the same time as TFA Standard is a bonus. They didn't say TFA Plus first and then a month or 2 later TFA Standard. They've done it all at once. The very least we can do, guys, is look at the facts, okay? So I'm going to take it at its worst point and say, okay, guys, 2 or 3 of you might turn around and say, yes, but my account says I'm at a loss. So what I'm going to do, no pending while they've not been transferred. Okay, I'm going to try and keep my eyes off the chat box at the moment because I don't want to get distracted. We'll have a Q&A session after the presentation, guys. Okay. So try and bear with us. We'll answer your questions later. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to show you why nobody's losing anything. Okay. Right. Thank you, Winnie. Yes, I'm trying to stay focused. Okay, let me get to the right screen because, like I said, guys, my account is wide open to you. This is the truth of the matter. Go to your assets page and go to your TFA page, and this is what people are looking at. Oh my gosh, we've got a loss of 70 DP. Somebody's taking, no, nobody's taking nothing off you guys. So, General Kev, prove to me that nobody's taking 70 off me. Okay, let's go. This is your charge record. Okay, so this is your record of the amount that you charge every day to your TFA program. And all you have to do there, guys, is click it. And if you look at this, the 22nd is today. Okay, success. 21st, okay, success. And there's the quantities, all success. Okay, so nobody is losing any TFA whatsoever. What I can tell you is that this part of the platform is a bug. So General Kev has taken a screenshot with the evidence of his account, and I've sent it into the tech support team, along with about 4 or 5 other members to prove to them that it's not just my account that it's affecting. Okay. And in all fairness, guys, that's sufficient. That's sufficient. Okay. The last thing that this company want is 300 members sending messages in saying my account doesn't work. Because do you know what that does? That causes a backlog in the system, and it holds the system up to getting it fixed. Because they've got to try and answer everybody. Then we get members saying, I've sent a tech support ticket in and they're not answering me. Is there any wonder? They can't answer everybody because they're busy fixing the system. Okay, guys, this is education. This is getting the members to try and understand the process. These guys are working their socks off to get this problem sorted, okay? And like I said, this is not a bad platform. This is a brand new platform that has minor errors in the coding. That's all. That's all. You're not losing anything at all. All right? So, guys, by all means, right, the Telegram groups and the Discord groups are there for that reason, okay? Send us the reports. Ask us, you know, is there a problem with the system? And if we say yes, have a look back before you ask, actually. And if the answer's there, don't ask, it's there. But if it isn't, ask us. And if we don't know about it, then by all means, we'll send it in, or you send it into the tech support team. That's what we're here for, guys. We're helping them to try and help us, okay? So we're not losing TFA credits. I've performed a live demo to prove to you that everything is okay. 100% trust, that's what we're looking for. Okay, Google Authenticator, email verification code. Right. 2 weeks ago, we started with the email verification errors. The codes weren't being delivered by email. This is where this bug started, okay? They've been working on that tirelessly, so they introduced the Google Authenticator. Now, this is like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. And I'm going to give my opinion, and that's all it is. The Google Authenticator is perfect for a security measure for people's assets to keep them safe and their accounts keep them safe. But I will say when it goes wrong, or if it goes wrong, or you lose your password or you lose your access, then it can be a pain, okay? And that can I just ask people just to keep the chat box quiet, please? While we're doing the presentation, we will address people's concerns at the end of the presentation. So the Google Authenticator is perfect, okay, if it works right. So we approached the company at the beginning of last week and we said, look, we agree with this. We want the option, because they'd made it mandatory. We want the option whether we can use GA or not. So they changed it and they said, right, fair enough, if that's what you want. Now, the problem at the moment is while there are problems continuing, okay, be aware that all you've got is the Google Authenticator or the email verification code. Now, if you're still having that issue where people can't get email verification codes through, unfortunately, at the moment, until they get these bugs ironed out, you're going to have to use the Google Authenticator. Okay. So just bear that in mind. While there's errors still in the system, we've just got to bear with the company and work with these issues. Okay. Right. And to add to that, I was in a call with Deborah, Sergeant Deborah in the Bureau earlier on this evening, and she's requested that I make a tutorial video on how to activate and deactivate the Google Authenticator for members. So yeah, absolutely, I'll do that, but I won't be able to do that till middle of the week. Okay, so I will do that. I'll post it in the groups for everyone to see. Okay, the next part of our agenda, I just wanted to go through a brief demo of the RC Exchange in the back office. Okay. So let me share my screen again and let's have a look. What can we do with this RC Exchange? So what I'm going to do, when members look in their rewards account and if they are accumulating RC tokens, just a second, guys, I need to clear my throat. Sorry about that. Okay. People want to exchange their RC tokens to DU if they want to withdraw them. Now, I've already performed this today or yesterday. I can't do it, but what I can do is show you how it works, okay? So if you've got, say, 60, 100 RC tokens in here, and you want to exchange them into DU tokens, you need to use the exchange, the RC exchange. So you need to transfer them into the exchange account. So you click that account and you swap your RC tokens from your rewards to your exchange account. And if you want to do all of them, just click all, or however many you want to do. Okay, I'll click confirm just to do these few, just as an example. It says successful. Okay, so then if you click on exchange, it will show you that they're in the exchange now. Now you will also be able to see them in your exchange account. They won't be in your rewards account anymore as RC. They've gone, look. Okay, and they're not DU in there. They're in your exchange account there. Okay, so then if you want to swap them into DU there, you need to go to the exchange. They'll pop up there. So you enter the quantity. I'll put all of them in just to show you what it says. It's 0.4. I won't get many. There's a small gas fee for this as well of 1 cent or so, but it just gives you an example of how to use it. You have to put your transaction password in, which is set in your account, your Dalversal account. Click OK. And there's your DU. You've got no RC left. It swapped it into DU there, look. Okay, so where are you going to find them? They're not going to be in your exchange. They're going to be in your exchange account. Okay, so you can clearly see now that they've been swapped from RC into DU. Okay, but you can't withdraw them because when you go to rewards account, they're not all there. So this is what you have to do. Go back to the exchange account and simply transfer them. transfer them from your exchange account to your rewards account. Click all and confirm. Go back to your assets and to your rewards account, and there they are. Clearly, I'm not going to withdraw 10, but that swap them all to your DU so that you can go ahead and withdraw them if that's what you want to do. And don't forget, guys, withdrawal network is at the moment only TRC network. I use OKX, I think Hyperpay do TRC network. There's a number of other exchanges that use TRC. Now, we are talking to the company to try and get ERC and Bet20. We don't know whether that'll be introduced or not. It depends on demand. So be aware that we are trying to extend that for the members as well. So it's maybe something that they will introduce in the future. Let's see. Let's see. They're very good at listening to us and our requirements. Okay, the last thing that Deborah's asked me to go through this evening is the TFA acceleration. Okay, did I stop sharing my screen, I think. Yeah, okay. We'll do this briefly and then we'll go to, it looks like there's plenty of Q&As, which is great. So let's go to TFA. Okay. Sorry. Right, just bear with us then. We've got a problem with the sharing. Screen. That. Okay, that should be okay. Deborah, can you confirm you can see my back office of Dalversal?
Yes, I can see the back office.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Buddykins is having internet problems. Okay. Deborah can see it, so hopefully everybody else can see this as well. Sarah's having problems. Okay, guys, so what we're looking at now is the charge rate. Now, everybody knows that on Pack A, if you're on TFA standard, your release rate is 0.15, okay? And to speed that up, there's a number of different ways that can be done, okay? Just stand by a second. Is everything all right? Okay, no problem. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Technical hitch at this end. Okay, so let's quickly go through how we can speed up the TFA process. So if we bring up the TFA PDF document, okay. All right. So everybody knows the basics about the TFA. I do believe we've all got to start with the Pack A at 5,000, and the final total rewards of that is 1.5x at 7,500. We can all purchase the Pack A one times only, and then we have to move up to Pack B. Now, as we've explained before, we're actively campaigning Dalversal for smaller packs for those members that have got less than 5,000. So yet again, guys, there's another thing that the Bureau are helping with, trying to accommodate for members with less than 5k. Okay. Now here we've got a market rewards multiplier of x2, 2 times. Now what that means is if you have downlines that are actively generating rewards, that's another way of speeding up your TFA, okay? Excuse me. Let me just go down to this part here. Assistance Pack Daily Rewards, Land Tax, Planet Referral Rewards, Market Rewards, and 10% of the land staking daily rewards can all go to shorten the charging period, i.e. speeding it up. Okay, so basically, like last week, I showed 10% of the land staking daily rewards. What that means is, like I showed you last week, let me go across to my land. The easiest and first step that I did was purchase Stone Age plots, Stone Age land plots at 100 DU, because they give 0.6 DU, so that's the equivalent of 60 cents a day. Okay. Unfortunately, the land plot bonus sales have finished now, but for those that were lucky enough to jump in and get 2, that's an equivalent of 1.2 DU a day. Okay, that's your daily rewards, but daily for the TFA process, that speeds it up by the equivalent of 12 cents, like 0.12%. Okay, no, sorry, 0.12 DU a day. Okay, so going back to there, that's the first way you can speed up your TFA release. The second way would be going for bronze plot or iron plot. Now, again, on Sunday, for those that attended the Sunday Zoom session, I went through how the marketing plan, how for those that wanted to really jump ahead and they're fully aware, they've done the research, they're happy with Dalversal, they understand the system, and what they wanted to do was jump ahead and say, right, well, I want to speed it up ASAP. Now, what they can do is go for the iron land. Okay, they don't have to purchase bronze land. You don't have to go up the ladder. You can go straight for the iron land now. Okay, you can only now have 1 active land from each plot, 1 stone, 1 bronze, 1 iron, because that bonus is finished now. Okay, but if you have an iron plot of land, this is the benefits. Let me get down here. Here we go. These are your requirements to, you would need 1 member underneath you on your tier 1 and 1 member on your tier 2 and 3. And you would need to own an Iron Age plot in order to see, you would then be an elite rank, sorry. And then you would be able to see down here somewhere, 6 tiers. I'm trying to find I think I've scrolled past it. Sorry, guys. Here we are, 6 tiers. Okay, so if you're elite rank, you will get to see 6 tiers in your downline. So that's what the members that want to go ahead and say, right, okay, I'm ready. I want to speed up my TFA program. I've got quite a few people in my downline that are ready to follow suit as well. That's the rank that you want to be aiming for. You don't have to go up each step. You can go straight to elite, like I said, by purchasing the iron land. Okay, and the iron land starts at 301. Yeah, 301 DU for the very cheapest minimum amount to buy that iron land. Okay, but that does give you 6 tiers underneath you to see, and you get this percentage on your tier entitlement. Your first tier, you get 20% generative rewards. Your second, 15%, 10%, and 5 on your 4th, 5th, and 6%. Okay, now this will show, if you go in here, let me try and remember where that is. You should be able to see this under generative rewards there. Here we are. So here's how it looks in your back office. Now, I'm only expert in this account, so I can only see 3 tiers, okay? But it details everything. You get your 20% for your tier 1, 15% for tier 2, and 10% for tier 3. And it shows you your rewards there, and all that goes towards speeding up your TFA. Okay, like I say, guys, we'll be doing tutorials galore in our YouTube channel, and we can go through this together on future Zoom calls and demonstrations. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that because I do understand that the chat box is exploding. So we will go over to Deborah and bring Deborah forward. Was that okay, Deborah? Have we gone through as much as we can for this meeting? I don't want to keep it going if we've got plenty in the chat room to talk about, okay?
All right, General Kev, thank you so much. That was well illustrated, and that was what members needed. Just once more, because this is not the first session, so members did request in specific for you to go through that version.
Okay, I'm scrolling right back to make sure that I'm getting as many questions as possible because they've been quite scattered, okay? Because I want to get everybody in, even if you've been answered. What I want to do is get, you see, these questions, this is what I said, guys, this is why we don't DM people either, because some of these questions are relevant to all members, whether it affects you today or next week. It's always best to learn, okay? Hi, I couldn't transfer my pending rewards from Hypernation to Hyper Community. Okay, for a start, that's an automatic process. So was there an answer to that? Right, can we mute somebody? Somebody's not muted. You've done it, have you? Thank you. Okay, not all of them. The assets I received were from what's the meeting about really? Okay, what is this meeting about really? Okay, the meeting is about helping people to understand the transition between Hyperverse, Hypernation and Dowversal and anything and everything in between, just so that everybody knows. Okay, did we get an answer to that one, Winnie? Can I ask you? I'm going right back to where it says I couldn't transfer my pending from Hypernation to Hyper Community. Now, is that because they tried to move 2 lots over? Because you can only get 1, I think.
Is that the one from Susan?
No, Vusi VUSI Mabatha at 1913, the time, if you want to scroll back to the time.
Thank you. Yes. Let's see. It's easy to lose track, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and this is why I asked if they could just hold fire until after. So I couldn't transfer my pending.
I don't think we did.
Okay,
although
one lot of pending from Hyperverse and 1 lot of pending from Hypernation per account. So I'm not quite sure what the problem was there. Not all of them. The assets I received were from Hyperverse. Okay, doesn't look as though there was an end to that one. If anybody has the ability to raise their hand there, if anybody wants to come on and ask questions, then feel free. That's exactly what I did this morning, so nothing lost, although it says lost in my back office. Okay, we've gone through that. Hopefully, Terence, hopefully we've answered your question and that nobody's losing anything. It is a display bug, so to speak. Kindly see the link below for insightful on your inquiry. What's this? The birth of a... I don't know what this is. I need all documents about Dowverse, all names, government stamp documents. Right. Hemel Kanji, we are not here to do that. You need to talk to Dowversal's support team regarding that. Okay. That's not what this meeting's for. Okay, Esther, hi, it's been days now trying to buy TFA Pack A, but I'm struggling. When I go to use now box, it doesn't show it stands still, but the others are working. I don't think it's my phone. I need help on that. Okay, is that a problem trying to purchase it or that it's sold out? If it's sold out, it's because there's 1,000 new packs added every day at 10 p.m. South Africa time. Okay. So if it does happen to be sold out when you try, go back at just after 10 p.m. South Africa time hopefully they will be back on sale. But again, guys, don't forget, while the tech team are repairing the platform and performing maintenance on it, these bugs will show. Okay, so please be patient. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, scrolling down. Nobody cares about the RC exchange when they can't exchange anything. Well, Hemel, that's probably your opinion, sir, but we're doing it for everybody, not just yourself, okay? Jason, I've actually asked any real questions up to date unanswered. Well, if questions are unanswered, that's what we're here for. So hopefully we can get some questions that we can answer. What is TFA, and can explain more about 5,000 bought at 10 p.m. Okay, Deborah seems to have answered that in the chat box. But briefly, TFA is the recovery program that Dalversal have offered all members that are trying to recover their assets from Hyperverse and Hypernation. And the Bureau of Forefront have been working for months tirelessly, going through all the information available in order to find out whether it's genuine enough, whether it's going to work. And like I say, this is why we're here today, guys, because we've done all that back-breaking work in finding out that, you know, these guys are not leading us up the garden path like many other opportunities and people have. Okay, so hopefully that's cleared that up. Can you show how to find out the regenerative rewards on the platform? If you mean generative rewards, yeah, okay. Yeah, let's just go through this. Let me minimize this. Generative rewards, if you go to assets and then my rewards, that'll show you the history of all the rewards you've got in that day. And you just look down there until you get to generative rewards. And then if I minimize my thing there and then click on view, and it'll bring up your box, and that's your generative rewards. That's what you've got from your downline, depending on how many tiers that your account is showing. Okay, hopefully that's answered that one. Now I've lost my chat box. That's here. Okay, scrolling back now. Okay, I've got that one. Thank you very much, General Kev. Not a problem. Thank you. Hello, sir. I don't know what to do to charge daily. I transferred everything from Hyper Community, but it doesn't charge daily. Okay, I'll do a live demo of that. I know Private Buddykins has explained it, but I can't charge daily. I see it's under my TFA showing as 5,700. Okay, guys, let's quickly go through that. 10 to 8. I'm trying to remember where I am in the chat because it's easy to get lost. Okay, so your daily, this is how you charge daily, guys. Okay, you log in as normal and you go to your assets folder and you click on TFA. Okay, now if you've got some daily rewards, normally it will pick it up and it will be a pop-up box. But if it doesn't, all you have to do is scroll down to my TFA package. Oh, no, sorry. You go to my rewards. I'm jumping the gun myself here. You go to my rewards there. And that collect now button will be in green like that. It'll be in green. And you'll have figures here on how much your rewards are and how you've earned those rewards. You click on that button. That's how you collect it. Now, another thing, let's get this straight as well while we're on air. You've got 5 days, as in 120 hours, to collect all these rewards up, okay, before you start losing rewards. Now, we don't recommend leaving it that long, just in case the platform has login problems. We recommend doing it every day. Now, the next process is, once you've collected them, the pop-up box appears to charge your pack. charge it straight away, guys. If you don't charge it straight away and you leave it for over 24 hours, then you will lose your assets. Okay. So if you lose that pop-up box and then think, oh, I didn't charge, where is it? Go to your assets and then your TFA. Scroll down to your TFA package A, the one that you've got, and click charge. You will have your balance there that you've collected, but you'll need to go, let me just move my bar here. You'll need to go to there, subscribe now to charge your pack. Okay, so if you've got a figure in here other than 0, then it needs to be subscribed. It needs to be charged. Okay, so hopefully that's shown you guys there's 2 steps to this process. You've got to collect your rewards to begin with, and then you have to charge your packs via the TFA tab there. Okay, let me find where I am in the chat room again. Okay. Can't see my Oh yes, Palessa. Ah yes, the Bureau members were desperately trying to find you. I know this because Deborah and Winnie was asking me, so hopefully somebody's got your details now. I remember that name, yes. Somebody got Palessa's contact details. Awesome. Hi, I've got more than 5 downlines in my Dowversal account, but still earning the same with them. Okay, Private Winnie's quite rightly said you have to be active with bronze plots or more. Okay, there's 2 thumbs up on that, so hopefully that's cleared up. If you are not Dowversal, the who are you? Oh, right. Who is this Hemel Kanji? Is it somebody who doesn't know the platform?
He has asked a lot of questions and has now left. So
I recognise that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recognise that name from Hypercosmos, actually. Yeah.
Do you?
Okay. Yeah, I remember names. Okay, Susan, I lost my Hyperverse funds and nobody is giving me any answers. My upliner has become hostile. Well, we don't want that. Okay, could somebody respond to the question about my lost Hyperverse funds? Okay, Susan, has Susan raised a hand? We've got 1 raised hand here, so let's take this one first. Let's view. Where's the raised hand? I can't see it. Here we are. Okay. Yolanda, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Good evening to you and good evening to the family here.
Hi, good evening.
I have this
How
one.
can we help you?
Kev, I have this one question here, that when we started transferring our assets rather, the system was so confusing that it wanted me to register first, which I registered, but then we came to discover that some of my downlines and uplines were not connected to that. And by the time I now transferred my pending rewards, it came on a different email address. Now that actually says to me, I've got 2 different, call them accounts, one with my HPT, one with my pending rewards, and how do I combine them together? I sent a ticket to the tech department and I didn't get any joy with that.
Okay, when did you send the ticket in?
It's quite some time now. I've been waiting that maybe a moment like this would come up. It could be more than a month ago. I think that
right.
if a moment like this comes up, let's see if we can find a solution to that.
Absolutely, yeah. This is what we're here for. We want solutions. Are you in the Telegram group? Yeah.
Yeah, I am in the Telegram group with the
Is that the Dalversal Africa group?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, I'm just writing this down, sir. Let me just get your name as well. What was your name?
My name is Wilson Malaka. This is my wife's Zoom address that we're using here. Should I give you my email address?
No, sir, you're okay. Is this your name on Telegram?
Yeah, my name on the Telegram is Wilson Malaka.
What was that? Sorry, I didn't get that. Can you type it in the chat box? Because I'll have to get in touch with you about this, because like I say, it's obviously something that needs a lot of work. We won't have the time to do that in this Zoom call, but we don't want to leave you behind. We want to work with you with this, okay?
Appreciate that. What do you want me to type in the chat box? Just my name.
Your username on the Telegram group, and then I can contact you, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, Wilson Malaka. Wilson Malaka. Okay,
maybe I should also indicate that I could have given you information, but not as accurate as you want it to be, because my username on the first account was this that I'm typing now, Wilson 8090, and the other one would be, sorry, Wilson 8090 would be in capital letters, by the way, all of it.
all capitals, yeah?
Yeah, all capitals. And then the other one would be my radicalist name. I don't know what you call it. Remember, some of us have too many names. Ben, don't laugh. King Ben, don't laugh. Babua, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, my king. We're at the right place here. Things are moving, and obviously BOF is helping out. And there are things that I might not be able to, at this stage of time, know and understand, but BOF has been very helpful. So they're gonna get this sorted out fast.
Okay.
Yeah, you could have sorted it out, but we didn't have time in our private Zoom when we tried to sort it out. But it's okay. Let's try General Kev to do it.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to him coming back to me.
Okay. Yeah, we want to try and help everybody. I mean, the problem is we're coming in sort of, after, some say that the horse has bolted, before we shut the gate, so to speak. We are coming in after the problems have started, but no problems. I will contact you regarding that, okay?
Wonderful. Thanks. Bless you.
No problem at all. Okay.
Kev, Susan's having trouble raising her hand, but we could just ask her to unmute, and then
yeah, can you see her in the
I'm trying to find how to
yeah,
do
sure,
that.
please come aboard. Okay,
Hang on
I've
a
just
minute.
found it. Could Kev contact me? My cell phone doesn't allow. Okay, does anybody know what the problem is that Susan's having? Oh, right, I lost my Hyperverse funds. Okay, guys, 9 times out of 10, nobody's lost the funds. This is just a simple login problem with Hyper Community, okay? So yes, we will be able to help with that. Can you find her, Deborah? Winnie, sorry.
Yes, I've asked her to unmute. Can you unmute Susan? She's on a cell phone. Yeah, she's got a few questions that have. It
Okay,
sounds like
let me just address this one while I'm waiting. Biziziwi, I think that is. We were told that Authenticator has been disabled, but when I tried withdrawing from Hypercommunity, it doesn't allow. Right, okay, yes, I noticed this today. And like I said before, just bear with us on this one, because Monday tomorrow, hopefully everything should be starting getting back to normal. I did notice that Authenticator has been introduced on the Hypercommunity website now. So I tried withdraw, but Hypercommunity, it doesn't allow. Okay, is that with it on or off? Have you tried to turn it off? And if you turn it off, can you not continue with it? So yes, I am aware that they have put Google Authenticator on that as well. So yeah, some very disgruntled people, unfortunately. Can't raise my hand.
I think. Can you try and talk, Susan? I think she's managed to unmute.
Hello,
No.
Leader. Can you hear me?
Hello, there
yeah.
she is.
Hi.
Okay.
What do you need, please? Do you have specific questions for me?
Is that Susan? Yeah.
Yes, it is, sir.
Hi there. Hi, I've got you. Right. Okay. What was your specific problem? Was it you think you've lost your Hyperverse pending reward or all your assets?
I've lost all my assets.
Okay. I believe that it's more a case of not being able to log in correctly to see the correct account. Okay.
I have logged in with Deborah's help.
Right. Okay. Have you performed any withdrawals of those assets at all?
Nothing. Not at all. Never.
Nothing at all. Okay. Deborah, can you unmute?
Yes, I'm unmuted now.
Okay, Deborah, what have you seen regarding this so far? Can you give me an update from your perspective?
Okay, according to the member and what we've checked, she does not have the pending. She does not have the pending, and it was never migrated. So on her migration, there was no migrated pending.
Okay, so from the Hypercommunity website, she's tried to log in with her Hyperverse details by using the one-click method at the bottom, yeah?
Yes, that is how the Hypercommunity one click to
Okay.
access Hyperverse.
Okay, this is definitely a tech support issue then. There's nothing we can do about that. Deborah, you don't have a node manager, do you?
I do have a node manager.
You do? Oh, right. Okay. Can you contact your node manager with Susan? Because I presume you've been talking with her online, yeah?
All right, I will do
Yes.
so tomorrow.
Yeah. Can you contact the node manager with Susan's details, with her permission, of course, and try and raise this with your node manager so that she can go directly to tech support? Because obviously this is a serious thing. This is, you know, obviously an important matter that needs more attention than just directly to tech support. Okay.
All right, I will do so
Thank you very
tomorrow.
much.
I
Thank you
would
very much,
suggest
Kev.
no problem, Susan. I would suggest going to the node manager first, though, because they will go directly to tech support, and you might be able to skip having to wait in that queue of hundreds of people with the same problems. Okay, not those problems, but login problems. Okay,
Just to
Deborah.
confirm, Susan, are you on Telegram?
Yes, I am on Telegram.
On Telegram.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, because the node manager will need your username as well on Telegram, all right? But you will issue
Okay.
it to me on my WhatsApp.
We'll talk. Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, Kev. Really
No
appreciate
problem.
this.
No problem, Susan. Good luck with that. Let us know. Let us know.
Thank
Come on
you.
Telegram and let us know how you get on. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
I don't know how to say this. Buzzizziwi.
Sissy wee. We
Busy
need
bee.
some lessons on how to say your beautiful names. I request that.
We do.
Hello,
Welcome.
good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Hi there. How
Yes,
can we
my
help?
name is BCC. Where is my name?
Sissy Way.
Way.
Yes, I tried, to help my daughter to subscribe, and then it says not enough, yes, insufficient funds, but there is about 16,000 on the account, but it won't allow me. It says it says insufficient. I don't have DC. It's only the TPA, HPT. Sorry.
Okay. Did you transfer
But-
your did you have any pending rewards in your hyper community account?
No, there's no pending. It's only the HPT.
Okay. Should you have any? Should you have any pending rewards, or did it just not show up?
It didn't show at all.
Okay. What I'm thinking is, was it Hyperverse or Hypernation?
Hyperverse.
Okay, so going back to Hyperverse, do you think there should have been any pending rewards?
There was supposed to be pending rewards, but there's nothing right now.
Okay.
It doesn't even show the DC. It only shows the HPT.
Okay, I'm wondering because I have heard of 2 members where their pending rewards didn't actually appear and they did have pending that should have come over. And I'm wondering whether that's the issue or whether there isn't any pending rewards. I've seen a member this morning that they didn't have any pending rewards at all. So obviously it doesn't transfer any over. So if you're absolutely sure that there should have been, did you do rebuys in Hyperverse?
Yes, yeah, I was doing the rebuys for her.
Okay, so there should be some pending rewards in there. So have you sent in a technical support ticket?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I think that's what you should do in this problem, because that's nothing that we can help with. If you think that there should have been some pending rewards in Hyperverse to come across, then most definitely it is a tech support problem. They will have to look into this because your HPT was everything else, like your mining, your Bitcoin, your Doge, what else was it? The certified. You remember the certified wallet where X amount was put away, and all that was your HPT. Was a Hypercosmos as well, Winnie? I think that was HPT.
Yes, if it was, unless they bought a package in Hypercosmos,
Yeah.
and then it was.
But I know
and
the DC should have been the pending rewards. So if you believe there should have been pending rewards, then most definitely contact tech support and give them as much information as you can. Not passwords, obviously. Username, email address, and see what they say. And like I say, guys, let us know how you get on in the groups, okay?
Okay.
And
All
say
right, thanks then.
if you have any problems
Hello.
with that, contact us in the group and we'll follow it up with you, okay?
Yeah. Now I also bought some assets in Dow Vessel as well. So what happens to that? Because I bought, I think, about 28,000 worth of the cost. What is it again? The
HPT.
Cosmos thing. No. That Hypercosmos. Was it Hypercosmos? Yes.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what you mean. You had some assets in Hypercosmos.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just trying to think. Did they get transferred? Yeah, they got transferred as HPT with your Hyperverse.
Yes, so the HBs in Hypercosmos, those assets were transferred if they were sitting in a pending, meaning if those assets were sitting in a package, in Hypercosmos, that was transferred to Hypercommunity as a DC
Or
top-up.
has it
Hyperverse.
transferred?
And if a member had HBs
Okay.
that were there, if a member had HBs that were in Hypercosmos, or HBs that haven't purchased the packages yet, that was added to Hypercommunity as a top-up on the HPT of Hyperverse.
I think if members, I think it still works. If members go back to the original Hyperverse website, I think there's a list on the front page that still lists exactly what was shown. Yeah, Winnie's giving me the nod. So yes, I think that's still available. So if you're not quite sure, go back to your Hyperverse account, not the Hyper Community, Hyperverse, and log in from there, and it should show you. Is that right, Winnie? I think that's still available.
I think so. I'm going to see if I can do that now, actually. Yes.
Yes, Kev, it is still available. If the
I
member
thought
is
so.
logging in directly on the Hyperverse, not the Hyper Community, it will tell them exactly as in all the assets that were on
That's
that
right.
Hyperverse.
Yeah. Because I mean, as time went on, we accumulated a bit of Bitcoin, a bit of Doge, a bit of this, bit of that, MOF, which was worthless anyway, but it all got sent over in HPT. That's right. Okay, so Sammy's wrote that explains it. PR to Hypercosmos is transferred to Dalversal as HPT, not DC. That's correct. So she lost DC if she did not move to Hypercosmos. Yeah, nobody should have moved anything to Hypercosmos, really. I mean, this was another thing that, excuse me, just a second, guys.
Yeah, some people just transferred everything to HB.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to clear my
Yeah.
throat again. A lot of members did a very, very bad thing by following misinformation again with Hypercosmos. Some so-called leaders were telling people to exchange all their HU into Hyperbond and send it to Hypercosmos. Yet again, guys, the Bureau was there saying, no, don't do that. But unfortunately, our voice was stamped on and drowned out again. And many people got stung very badly. They lost thousands and thousands of assets through misinformation. So please, you know, sometimes we don't have the answer, but if we don't have the answer, we'll go find it with you. Okay. That's the way we work. We don't give information if we don't know it. And unfortunately, a lot of members out there claim they know the answer and they don't. They just jump at what they think is right. We don't work like that, guys. If we don't know it, then we don't, you know, say it. Okay, people got directives from leaders. Absolutely, yeah. Yes, it's unfortunately, we're 2 years down the line, guys. I mean, I've been with, I joined in Hyperfund, so I've seen it all. I've seen it all. You know, I've seen the inside of everything. I've seen it upside down. I've seen it inside out. The stories that I've read about many people that, you know, people trusted. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're in that situation now where the Bureau are taking a lot of flack. I've got to be honest. We are taking a lot of flack and we're picking up some terrible debris. It's like coming in after a war zone and picking up the pieces. I'll say it as it is. And it's a crying shame, it really is. But we're still here trying to help, okay? Let me just bring this message up. Remember, Susan, she said she had 90,000 PR. I don't know what the PR is. And now has 90,000 HPT and 0 DC numbers.
Pending rewards, PR.
Oh, pending rewards. Okay. Painful experience for her. Okay. She said she had 90,000 PR and now it's right. Okay. All right. Okay. So is that what happened? Did it get sent over to Hypercosmos?
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm presuming that's what's happened then. And unfortunately, guys, look, you know, I said to Ben, when Ben approached us to come and help with the community, I was open with Ben. I said, look, mate, I says, you know, the Bureau say it as it is, and the truth hurts, okay? And I said, the members are going to have to be, you know, taking it as it is. You know, we tell the truth. If something has gone wrong, we say it. And like I said, it's like a war zone sometimes, guys. We're picking up pieces and there's just nothing we can do, is there, Winnie? It's terrible. Yeah, she said she'd move pending rewards to Hypercosmos. Right, guys, I know exactly what you're talking about. And this was one of the worst parts of this journey, you know, was the transition to Hypercosmos, where the Bureau members, we were stood on the roof shouting, don't move. We've had no instructions from the company. And I still stand by that word today. There was nowhere within the company that said, send those assets to Hypercosmos. Nowhere. I've not seen the...
Please. I didn't send anything to any Hypercosmos. I don't know anything about Hypercosmos.
Who was that? Is that Susan?
That was Susan, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Ah,
I
right,
didn't send
okay.
anything to Hypercosmos.
That's good.
So you've not sent it to
Oh,
Hypercosmos.
good.
Right,
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
no, I didn't. I didn't.
You didn't. Right, okay.
Didn't,
So you
okay.
had... So you definitely had 90,000 in pending rewards,
I
correct?
had about 90,000 at the time when I lost my funds. The amount was about 90,000.
In pending rewards, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
if we read the message by Sami, Sami is the one that is writing, saying that the story of Susan is painful because Susan, you know, if you read Sami's message, it's not you, Kev, it's Sami who's saying this story about Susan. So
I was just reading this, yeah.
yeah, we're not accusing you of anything, Susan. Kev was just
Okay.
reading what Sami wrote.
No, we're
Yeah,
getting,
no.
we're
Yes,
getting
that's why
cross
I'm trying to
messages.
correct them, my leader. Ne?
Yes.
No,
That's
that's
why I'm
okay,
trying to
Susan.
correct the misconception because I didn't send money to Hypercosmos. My
Okay.
upliner is Tiano Kanda. Maybe he can answer the question because he knows best what happened there.
Okay, ma'am. It's gonna be well followed, and I think
Yeah, just follow it up with him, please, because he's the one who knows best.
okay.
Thank you,
ma'am.
sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, like Sammy says, Deborah's going to deal with this with Susan direct, yeah? I think Deborah's already
Thank
agreed.
you.
So, okay, Susan, no problem, love, yeah. It was crosswires in the chat group, so
Yeah,
no,
I understand.
yeah,
Thank you, sir.
no
Thank
worries.
you.
No worries, love, okay. Okay, we've got a Ben with his hand up. Let's have a look and let's try and unmute Ben. I've asked you to unmute. So would you like to come on and ask your question?
Hi, good evening. Good evening, Bev.
Hi there, Ben. What can we do for you?
It's not a question as such, Kev.
Okay.
It's just an observation, also trying to help some of the members in terms of the pending rewards that reflect as zero.
Mhm.
And so what I've observed is that in most cases, these are the people that probably at one stage or another stopped doing rebuys because they wanted to take their HUs out of the system when they get the opportunity to withdraw. And so they stopped doing rebuys, and until all their contracts actually expired, they got everything, and so their pending rewards were zero, came to zero, and they have a huge HPT sitting in their account. And that's the only thing that they have. And unfortunately for them, you can transfer those HBTs, but it's not very useful for them at this stage because they can't purchase. You know, they need DC to purchase the. So that's what I've observed with some of the members that I'm trying to assist, and it's just one of those. Just one of those.
It's a very good observation, Ben,
They're sitting
because
with zero DC.
you've absolutely nailed it. We've got 89 members in here, and I can guarantee that there's not two accounts the same. Everybody's account is unique, it's individual, and nobody's are the same. So this is one of the problems that we're facing. And, you know, people every day, we get this every day, where people are expecting us to understand their account. We don't, you know, we've got to go through it bit by bit to try and understand from A to Z what's happened along the way. So it's not an easy task,
Correct.
guys. And, you know, if we can fathom out as much as we can before it goes to the tech support guys, that's a better way of doing it. Otherwise, the tech support guys have to work it all out for themselves. So, okay, many thanks for that, Ben. It's great. Thank you.
Thanks. It's just a comment and observation. Thanks, Kev.
Absolutely.
Good work you're doing, guys.
Thanks for your input.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Sure. Bye.
Excellent. Thank you, Ben. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else wants to raise their hand? It's Sunday. We're here for you guys. We want to help you in any way possible. And I'm really pleased we've got a better viewer number this week. This is what we want. We want to get this message out. And, you know, the start of this Zoom was quite a serious matter regarding misinformation. I can't say it any clearer. You know, people have to get the correct information in order to move forward. Did somebody say something then? Okay, Sammy is Samuel, of course. Hi, Sam. Okay.
Hey.
All right. Is there any members on the panel of the Bureau want to come on and add anything to the Zoom session this evening? Are we still? Let me get me to participants list up. Let's have a look. See who we've got. We've got Sammy raise a hand. Okay. Let me see if we can unmute Sammy. There you are, Sam. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. And yourself?
Absolutely wonderful to see you, Sam. How are you doing?
Yeah, sorry about the confusion. We're all trying to help Susan, and I was just trying to give the wrong impression. But when I saw that 90,000 missing, I just assumed, or I thought she said that she moved it into Hypercosmos. But I'm sure that the node manager should be able to handle that because that's a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, guys, you know, nobody's right, nobody's wrong here. We're all desperately trying to help each other. We've been 2 years going round in circles. We're like a dog chasing our tails all the time, you know, and we've got a wonderful bunch of guys here that want to help each other. Okay. And like I said, no two accounts are exactly the same. So it's hard to distinguish what's happening from all different perspectives. So, Sam, it's great that you've popped in today. I hope you're having a good weekend. And like I said, you know, thanks for your input. And hopefully Susan will get the help that she deserves. And like I say, sometimes we don't get it right the first time, but we have to keep going until we do get it right, you know? Somebody's singing.
Yeah, and the positive thing is that the system is working like a charm. I've done about eight withdrawals consistently. You know, my USDT comes into my wallet around the same time within 8 hours. So I think things are working well. I mean, there are few bugs that have been fixed, but I think I'm glad where we are right now. We're in the right place.
Okay. Sam, it's really important that members like yourself do come on camera in Zoom sessions like this to try and put members' minds at rest, okay? Because obviously, like I explained at the beginning of this call, there's quite a few errors, and they accumulate over a weekend because let's face it, some of the tech support guys don't work at the weekend. Some of the node managers don't work at the weekend. So you're building up a backlog, and obviously the members start getting rather irate and they think the whole thing's collapsing when in actual fact it's not. It's just backlogging. Okay, so they need the you know, the positivity that somewhere things are going right. Like I said, I had this catastrophe last week. Winnie's there. Winnie will admit it. You know, I was pulling my hair out saying, my account, I can't withdraw, I can't do anything. And everybody else was sailing. And it's like, why me? Why me? You know, of everybody. Anyway, I got mine sorted out and everybody else is just collapsed. And it's like, what can I do? You know, we've just got to keep going, guys. And like I explained, we're in a fantastic position, not only because of the platform that's coming our way, but we're in the position where we're helping them to get things right. Okay. And I'd rather get things right now than leave it for 3 to 6 months and then find the errors. I'd rather get it done now. And like I say, we've got the TFA running, we've got the TFA Plus running. They're still on the mark for MySpace for the end of the month. Come on, guys, this is a big platform, okay? And it's like I said on, what day are we? Sunday. So Friday in our chat show, we do a chat show broadcast. And I said then, I says, these guys have got a hell of a job on their hands without the TFA, without all the problems that they've taken on board with Hyperverse, Hypernation and so forth. I mean, the platform on its own, you know, the metaverse and MySpace and everything like that is a huge thing to build. But they've got the TFA Plus, the Google Authenticator, the login, the DID login, the 3D avatars. It's all got to be done by the end of the month. So these guys are working their socks off. Yeah. When we understand that, things become more understandable. You know, people understand it and then they sit back a bit and think we're in a good space. Or let's cut them some slack, you know. Where's their weekend? Where's their weekend? You know, I don't get a weekend. I understand where they're coming from, you know. Yeah. So excellent, Sam. Thanks for popping. Thanks for trying. This is what it's about.
Yeah. But one more thing I wanted to chime in here in terms of low-hanging fruits. I know we've already expressed that to Dalvasa, the issue about, you know, when would they be able to have smaller packages? They said 3 to 6 months. That's one thing. But you know what will be really be great, because I would like to do that, to be able to transfer DC from your accounts to your downlines. But for example, a lot of people don't have 5,000. I'm ready to give 5,000 DC to my sister or to my downline. If that could be possible, that would be great. But that's something that I'm sure we've expressed it to them, but it may take time. But if they're able to do that, that would be marvelous. Be able to send DC to other people.
Okay, let me give you an example, Sam.
General Keith, please, I'm just trying to have Sam say something here, because we just finished a meeting with the CEO, Mr. Jonah Glasgow. Sammy, please, I'm not disrespecting the general here. Would you repeat your statement? I would like to have it recorded, because this is what he was talking to the CEO about, to say it is not about us as leaders. Most of us as leaders, we got our money, and at the same time now, we are almost the beneficiary of the system that is coming in. We want those that did not receive their money, those that have got small packages, those that are seemingly to be left out. We want those people to be the ones that are at the center of the whole attraction, so that they become the beneficiaries of what is yet to come out. But if a guy has got 4,000 DC and I can afford, or I have got something where I can send it 1,000 DC to them. We're not saying let us tell the company what to do, but we're saying we have got the community in our mind as leaders, because our strength is on the satisfaction of that smallest guy, not a smallest guy with disrespect, but someone with that small package. If we can satisfy those people, then we have got everything moving. And thank you very much, Sammy, because that was the core of the conversation between myself and my friend with the CEO, to say, this is where we're gonna have a problem, because we seem to be carrying people on our shoulders that are weighing heavily on us because of this whole small package thing. Believe me, the conversation went to an advanced stage like you are suggesting, and you're not the first leader. All the leaders all cut across. They are willing to lose something in order to give out to those people that have got small packages who cannot afford, and those that have got the HTP on the other side and the DC on the other side, like General Kiv was saying, they are in a position to assist. So all these things, I couldn't become part of the meeting because we had to finish, because he's a very, very, very busy man. For him to spare some time and allow us in his private space, that was a lot of respect. So we there, Sami, and we understand you, and we respect that kind of a selfless attitude where you think not about you, you think about the other person that you can help. Because this is a community-based project, it's not an individual-based project. If we're going to have everybody left behind and we take care of the leaders, we're losing it. We need to find a way of how to make sure that the community are the center of the conversation in the way we have our business run. And they are the people that benefit out of this whole thing. The leaders, I talk for myself now at this stage of time. I did get what I put in out. It is with that gratitude that I then say, I don't care how much is left. That 5,000 TFA for me is enough. Why don't you take everything that I have and split it all across all my downline, so that I have a community that understands we are not here celebrating to say we're going to be winning again at their expense. That does not really sit well. And that's not really, really great leadership. Great leadership is moving and carrying the community to the point of light, not to darkness again. So that is the attitude, Sammy. I think we expressed it in the best possible way. I was touched because that was a very big chunk of my conversation with the CEO, was all about that, to say, we need this to be sorted out and we need it to move. Otherwise, General and his BOF team, they are going to be having a very big burden. We coming, if you look into the comments here, you still see, or you can still feel that thread of resentment, of anger, of dissatisfaction, of untrust, and you can count a lot of things just by reading the messages. Where does it come from? It comes from the lesser belief that people can get what they thought they have lost.
Yes,
now,
and just to your point, Ben, when you look at it, I don't have the statistics, but I can tell you, if you look at Hyperverse membership, you're going to have more members having smaller amount of packages. You know, I was listening to a presentation with Jonah the other day, where he said that they've increased membership from 25,000 to 50,000 in 3 weeks. I can tell you, if they allow us to transfer DC to people who have smaller amounts like 2,000, 3,000, so that they can buy a 5,000 package, that 25,000 will triple or quadruple very fast, because we're going down the bottom of the ladder. All those smaller guys who are just trying to recover what they put into Hyperverse, and they don't have 5,000. Having other people like me, you, and others to transfer that DC, it's a win-win for both DAO Vassal and our community.
It is, and believe me, that is the way to go. And we're not leaving any wounded soldier in the battlefield. And the good news about this strategy is that it doesn't move DAO Vassal out of its business formula. In fact, it enhances it, because DAO Vassal is looking for a very good large amount of a user base that is active. And that is going to give DAO Vassal what they're looking for. At the same time, the people benefiting from that. And we are willing to give out, it's just them opening the channels to say, you can transfer from this person to that person, and it's done. That is our humble request. And that humble request, Mr. Jonah Glasgow is a real humble human being who is in a position to give an ear to a man like me and a normal guy like me. And he says, Ben, I heard you, and your passion, the reason why I will listen to you, you're passionate about the other person, not about you. You're talking about other people. You're not sitting here in front of me as CEO and talking about you and what you can get. And that's what we're looking for. And that's the selflessness that the BOF also has given us. They don't have benefit in coming here. It's Sunday today, they are here. Look at what they are doing for us. That's the selflessness of leaders globally. Thank you.
Can I just chip in there, Ben?
Yeah.
You know what the conversation was before the meeting tonight and what the conversation is after the meeting tonight with the Bureau? I'll tell you what that conversation was, sir. It was helping other people out with assets. Winnie's there. Sergeant Meng's there. I kid you not. This is what and my last message to Sergeant Meng was, I've got some assets. I think it was in one of my old Hypercosmos accounts. I says, I can transfer them. Contact me after the Zoom call. So you've hit the nail on the head, Ben. This is the Bureau of Forefronts Foundation ethos too. We are here to help everybody. Selfless. Selfless. Now, there's one word that we should remember that I've not heard for quite a while. Consensus. Okay. Yeah. We need to bring that word back onto the table, consensus. If we have enough people that want this implementing and we approach Jonah, then I'm sure that Jonah will listen. He's a very intelligent man. He's a very approachable man. And I'm sure that he would understand it from our point of view as well. So, like I say, let's not forget that word consensus, because it's very important in the ecosystem that we're creating here.
That word was tabled today, General Kiff. It was put on the table in big block letters with underlining. Really? And there is a general feeling all across the globe in leaders to be able to lose some of their assets in order to make sure that the teams are getting something. And the core issue around that is the company has got nothing to lose, Semi. No one loses. In fact, if there is anyone who's going to benefit, is the company, because if we are taking what we have, I'm taking my assets and I'm saying, what's the use of me buying a 50,000 PEC B, TFA PEC B, when I've got a lot of people that cannot afford a 5,000?
Right.
Now, you are actually damaging what you want to achieve. Why don't you take that 50,000 of mine? You give it all across all these people. Then you have got the high number of active users who who are happy, who are always in the system, and they are benefiting from that. And if they are assisted, they eventually get out. They get out 7,500. That is what we should be talking about as leaders. And Jonah is very, very, very happy about that attitude. And he says, well, Ben, if that is the general understanding of leaders out there, we will do anything to make sure that what you're saying here is done, so that we have all the people that are happy. Because now we're struggling, because we have got people that want to move forward, but he's sitting with 4,500 DC. He only needs 500 to buy a package of 5,000. And it's not of their making that they made a mistake there and a mistake there and all that kind of stuff. During mayhem and pandemonium, there are decisions that are not sober that everybody is likely to make. We cannot say, hey, listen, this and that. But let's understand, now that we are all here, what do we have that we can use to help the community so that everybody moves forward?
Yeah.
And
Ben.
we have assets.
Ben, just to buttress your point, the example you gave, say that you have 50, instead of buying a 50,000 pack, if they allow me to give 1,000 each to 50 people, you get in 50 new customers versus 0.
1%.
Another thing we can tell is a businessman. If he thinks that this may affect their business, why don't you start up the we're going to allow up to a maximum of 50,000. Let's see how it goes, because there are people who have hundreds of thousands of DC that they can give. If you think that may affect your business, why don't start off small? Let's allow 50,000 each, and now let's see how it goes. But it's no brainer. You give 50,000 at 1,000 a pitch. That's 50 new members of Dow Vassal versus getting Ben to buy 50,000 pack. Yeah, it's a no brainer. I hope we keep pushing on it, and I hope they see it and they act upon it.
Not only that, my brother, there is another end to that, which I had to analyze and come up with and present it to him. The other end is that these people that you're talking about that I knew, they now have got the potential of bringing in USDT because they will buy land. Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes,
and
yes.
these people are going to be having to log in on a daily basis because they have to collect, they have to charge, and they have to do this. Dow Vessel is looking for users. That's why they bought this community. They're looking for users. And whosoever is thinking that they have to leave those ones, Ben Masego as an individual with 1 million of these DCs is not serving the real purpose of Dow Vessel. It doesn't matter how many times I click, I'm just a single individual. But if I split all I have, I'm bringing everybody with me. Sam is bringing everyone is gone. Coach Leon, Cave, private skips, private chokings, everybody is bringing people with them. And eventually, we have got the capacity to bring back even those that have thought that they are not in a position, they don't like it, they don't want to be part of it. And I hear other people are saying, my upliner has become rebellious and they're angry and stuff like that. Yes, they're angry. We know why they're angry. You are making noise to them because they think they have lost. But if they see you winning, before you can even say hello, they will be back here. So we need to, as leaders, speak like the BOF. Be selfless. Let's talk benefit of the community, not benefit of individuals. And the company is in a position to hear us out, and they probably could implement that, because obviously the CEO, he was talking about, Ben, I'm going to implement that, I'm going to do it. And I'm like, I was not arguing because this is not my company, but my observation was very clear to the gentleman to say, well, your time frame vis-a-vis the damages that would have been done if you're going to do this next year, you probably might not be a happy man, because you're going to be sitting with people that are going to be complaining everybody. Now, instead of General Keefe moving the meeting forward, he is going to be acting like an extinguisher, extinguishing fires of people who are spitting fires because they are angry. They are seeing the same leaders benefiting. But let these leaders who really got something out of this, it's time to give now. That's what leadership is all about. If we all give and we say to the company, here is my DC. What am I doing with 500,000, $500,000 worth of a DC? And when my own community cannot afford a 5,000, what am I doing with a $500,000 one? It doesn't make business sense. To the company, it makes a lot of sense, because if you take what is mine and you look into all these people and you split it across them, then you have got more users. Isn't that what you're looking for? He says, yes, that's what we're looking for. Great stuff. So it's a win-win situation. Nobody loses here. Everybody wins.
That's leadership.
It's a win-win situation, General. And let's keep on pushing for that. Obviously, I couldn't, do what I thought to have him here, because it's Sunday. I was invited to his private residence. It's human manners that you behave yourself when you are a guest. So you just have to be.
We are as members now, we are gifted to be at this stage, and we haven't got to wait for a year or two to be introduced to this platform. So we're at the right time, Ben. And with what you've just said there, you go fully in with what we already implement with the Bureau. All the members, most of our conversations are based around exactly what we've just been speaking about. It is, and this is the true leadership of how we move forward and take this business with Dalversal. We work with them. We don't wait for them. We don't follow them. We work with them, and we move forward with them at the side. I've always said that. I don't move in front.
It's collaboration, General. It's collaboration. We have to collaborate. We have to work with the company. The good news is we are not changing a single thing about the identity, the business model of Dalversal. We're not changing. In fact, our proposals are moving the agenda of Dalversal more forward, more aggressively, speedily so than they have got it. So they are the ones that are winning. Yeah. At the same time, on our part, we win too.
Sorry, Ben. I am going to add actually that with the close communication that we have with our node managers at the moment, I can't help but to the equation here that many people have forgotten that Satoshi AI was very connected with the TFA from the FRA project that moved into the TFA. And I can't help but add this to the conversation, because we all must know that some of those from Satoshi AI are members of Dalversal corporate now. They're working behind the scenes as well. And I've got to tell you guys, these people who have moved from Satoshi AI are some of the best that are working with the Bureau now in getting results. Sergeant Meng's here. He'll vouch for me. Satoshi AI, people that have moved up with us. When we had the problems, because Ben, the Bureau have been working since Hypernation. They've gone through Hypercosmos, Satoshi, up to Dalversal. When we moved from Satoshi AI, and even we were sort of, oh, what's happening now? They turned around and said, "Don't worry, we'll help. We'll work with you for the best of what the community," and they have. they've kept their word. So this isn't just about Dalversal, it's about the members that came from Satoshi AI as well. We've got a powerhouse here going on, an absolute powerhouse. We've got the Bureau that speak for the community, whether they're left behind or they feel they're left behind, they're not. We're there speaking for them. We've got Dalversal there responding to everything that we say. And Satoshi members, what were they? They were community managers, I believe, at the time. They are there every day, making sure that we're looked after, that we're getting the answers that we need. Like I said, Winnie's there. She has the same response from her node manager, and I've got to put that in there, Ben. You know, this is a powerhouse that we've got going on here, and what you're suggesting there in talking to Jonah about this, putting it on the table and saying, look, you know, we can work with this and we can take it beyond what anybody can see, really. Absolutely, without a doubt, because I know this isn't just about you supporting us doing it and us working together as a team. There's a lot more people to it than what meets the eye, mate. So I'm sure, without a doubt, that these people that in the chat room now that think they may be left behind, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We're out there. We're still as strong a force as what we were before we had Dalversal to look to. Okay.
I think one of the things, General, is that, and the whole POF team is that, as you analyze the conversations and the nature of meetings from where we started with you up until where we are, it is very important for the members to keep a very clear framework of a thought. The idea here is to make sure that for those that have got assets that meet up the 5,000 criteria, the idea is to move those assets to one particular Dalversal account and buy a TFA, what you call, buy a TFA Pack A package. Now, when you do that, you then need to be assisting your team members to do that. You also need to, if you want to, let me put it that way, you can use the buying of land on the bronze and on the iron as together with your team. It's a teamwork again to speed up the whole TFA thing. Now, I had looked into it, mathematically speaking. If you buy land that is worth, let's say iron land, that is worth 301 or 500, you are staking that money. You are not giving it away to Dalversal, you're staking it, meaning you are going to get the benefit, you yourself personally. But even if it's 500, you still have got 7,500 to get out. But you're getting it out faster. And this one that you're staking, you also get. So people must understand the purpose of why things are done, so that they do it with understanding, not saying, yeah, I put my money here, I can't be putting more money here. We understand, but can you understand why when you deposit money at the bank, they don't want to see who you are, they just want the account number. When you want to withdraw the money, they want your identity, they want your grandmother's birth certificate and everything. That's unfortunately the world we function in. But here, you lose absolutely nothing. Mathematically speaking, in fact, you get more than you bargained for. This is money in the bank. You have done the work and the money is in the bank. Come and learn on how to get it out. Be patient with yourself. You're not going to know everything on a single day. It took me time to pick things up myself. If I didn't believe, I wouldn't be here in Dubai meeting up with the CEO and his management. I wouldn't be here. But I saw that there is a window of opportunity here for our people to come right with whatever they thought they lost. And the good news is we've got the full support from the BOF. That is the best news. And the language spoken here is very, very sincere.
Oh,
Nobody
absolutely,
can hype. If it cannot be done, it cannot be done. If you're gonna have to do something else, you're gonna have to do something else. But when someone is sincere with you, they love you. They are not making you feel good about a lie that is not going to materialize, because then you're going to be getting hurt at a later stage more deeper with a lie than with the truth. So let's continue with this one. And we're continuing. I think I need to make a disclaimer. I'm not Mr. Jonah Glasgow's advisor. No. All I am doing is to tackle the opportunities and possibilities of him having to achieve what he is looking for in a faster, better way where everybody gets to equally benefit than in a scenario where the leaders are again the beneficiaries of the circumstances, which were very unfortunate on the side of the rest of the downliners and the team that was did not benefit. So, and we prepared. What is it that will stop the company? So that's the proposal at hand. And secondly, getting the detail of each and everything that needs to be done there, because most of us as leaders, if you get it wrong and you send wrong information out there with a lot of influence that you have, imagine the damage that you cause to not only to individuals but to the business. It's out of proportion. It's unforgivable.
Ben, we've seen it, Ben. We've seen it over 2 years, the damage that some leaders, some groups have caused. Oh, Ben, seriously, you would be horrified at some of the damage that's been caused by misinformation. And I do realize it may come across as quite hard when I first started the Zoom, but unfortunately it's got to, because we're living in a hard world and I don't want people to suffer anymore. We've had enough suffering, but people need to understand that misinformation is going to destroy everything that we're doing. We want people to get the right information. We've got the right platform. We've got the right people. You're in the right set of hands. And like I say, you know, we can work together on this. Fantastic. Moving forward. Can I just say as well, I've got to thank Buddykins and whoever it is in the chat room, because I keep getting distracted that while we're talking, Buddykins is in the chat room still assisting other members with problems. And thank you. This is how the Bureau works. We never fail.
I'm seeing it myself. Yeah, I can see stuff is happening because we're gonna have to cater for everybody on the chat section and on the live. Yeah, we're gonna have to give this information, and I want to encourage everybody out there.
Yeah,
we are not looking for anyone to be our downline. We are not looking for anyone to cause anarchy by moving this one to that one to that one. We helping everybody. When you come to the meeting or when you get to ask on the group, please understand one thing. It will be ethically incorrect that when Ben assists you and then he tells you that you're going to have to take his referral code and plug into his team. That's ethically incorrect, because what if you move your team and that one moves their team and that one moves their team? That's what I was saying to the CEO. I said, are you aware of the anarchy that is going to be here? It's going to be a mayhem more than we started. So we're going to have to understand that leaders globally must commit to working with DAO vessel as opposed to working with individuals. Because there's more damage when you work with individuals than when you work with the DAO vessel community. This is DAO vessel community. We have leaders in the core. We also have got the BOF. let everybody assist everybody.
Yeah.
And everybody
I
get
fully
what
agree.
they deserve to get. Now, if you think everybody must, join under you or must buy land in your own planet, if it's all about you and you and you, and you don't think about that person, how does it help people that all of them, they buy land from my planet and they do not even get to have benefits on their part? They don't even know. People will say, hey, listen, I've bought land, I've bought this. I don't even have a clue what's going on. That is what we are saying. People need to be informing people. Don't think about yourself. You don't hear me talking about my planet here. Come and buy from my planet. No,
Global
that's
community.
how does it help people? It doesn't help people. People should choose whosoever planet they want to buy from. However, please have an understanding that when you need help, we're not going to judge you according to whose planet you bought your land from. No. This is a place where every member of the community is being assisted. Don't tell us that your upline has disappeared. You don't have control over that. What you have control over is that you are present here and you have got help. Can you use the help that you got and move forward? Probably by actions, you are going to be calling that person who is dissatisfied and they're going to come back. But if you say more than you can do, people don't care how much you know. They want to know how much you care. Those are the words that I left with the CEO today. I said, people don't care how much you know. You might be an expert with this and that, but people only want one thing. They want to know how much do you care.
What you just said there, Ben.
There have been a lot of damages here. Therefore, we need now to move into a space where we are minimizing any potential damage. Any potential, not the damage, the potential of a damage. We have to be proactive in our thinking, not reactionary, so that everybody is understanding that, okay, I might have done it wrong this way, and I have now the leadership that is assisting. So when on Wednesday, BOF is calling a meeting, and then I analyze with thorough detail. I'm very clinical in analyzing. When I go through all these questions here, a very good fraction of them tell me that people are not attending meetings when you call them. They don't attend meetings. Someone is asking, what is TFA? Where were you? I understand maybe you were bitter, you didn't come. However, 670 of us that are here, if we bring each one member, we're going to be 140. Next week, we're going to be 240. Next week, we're going to be 480. God knows 560, and all of a sudden, this is 560 knowledgeable people capacitated with information, with a potential of making correct decisions and start to use the right language that Dao Vessel is using, not what we as leaders think that you should use. No, it's not about us. It's about the language of Dao Vessel. Learn it, use it. The promises of leaders must not supersede the business formula of Dao Vessel. We can't keep on telling you good news here. We need to tell you what Dao Vessel is ready to deliver. That's it. And we're just giving you information. As for the rest, that's for you. I've seen someone who's saying, hey, listen, I'm not coming in. All of a sudden, he realizes that we are now earning a little bit of some money and we're in a position to withdraw. And they changed their mind. Said, no, I'm not going to sell my account. I'm not going to give away my account. Well, I didn't know. Nobody told me. I understand. Everybody, when they have made a mistake, they never look themselves in the mirror and say, I made this decision. I was wrong. I am sorry. There must be a General Keith somewhere out there who said something wrong. We are always the innocent ones. Where is the guilty one? So asked Bob Marley, who is guilty? If everybody in the community is not guilty, but things that are wrong are done, where are the guilt parts? So we need to take responsibility as community. We are business people, all of us here. Can we take full responsibility and say, I have got my assets here. I have to listen when General Keefe is writing. I have to have my book. You see me looking aside. I have to have my book. I have to write things down every meeting, because that's the reason why they are here to assist us. Write stuff down, because after the meeting, you are going to forget everything. You definitely, it's human nature. What happens when you forget everything? So we need to organize ourselves. I really humbly want to thank the POF team here for doing what they're doing. You know, I didn't know Sergeant Meng. I didn't know him. I didn't know Coach Leon. I didn't know Sergeant Budikins. I didn't know that there's Sergeant Skips here. I didn't know that there's Sergeant Games here. I didn't know all these people, but I see them now, and guess what?
The family.
They are family to me. I don't know them. They're family. They're giving me information that is capacitating me. I am in a better position to make good decisions because of their help. I've never met what you call, can people believe? I've never met Deborah. People think we know each other. I've never met her. Deborah does not know Ben Masego in real life. Only over the phone. And over the years, we've been communicating. I've never met Deborah. Maybe she might have met me, but I don't remember in my life meeting Deborah. She's here in South Africa. You know what I'm saying? So that is the attitude. You follow the power of information so that you are capacitated. You don't follow your friends. You follow the power of information, get capacitated, and then you make a right decision. If you're going to get $7,500 and you live in Africa and you thought you have lost it, guys, that's a bit of some money. I'm telling you now. Let's stop being so pompous and proud. I usually say, you know, the most dangerous person is one who has got his ego bigger than his bank account. Let's not be proud of something, you know. Be humble. Log in on a daily basis. I log in on a daily basis, claim, do what the company wants me to do. Those baby steps, very important. Those baby steps. General, thank you very much. We're here. We're not going to go anyway. We want to make sure that each and every one, no wounded soldier will be left in the battlefield. We're negotiating with the company in good faith. We're not talking about, oh, give me this or give me that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the health and the well-being of the community, which Jonah is looking for. A healthy community that is active. That's all what he's looking for. That's all what he's asking for. And we're saying, you already have the community. How you're going to deal with this community is depending on you. If you look at how many years we built this from 2020, January, 2020, from hyper capital. Today is called Dow Vessel, the people, what you call in Dow Vessel. From 2020, we're still here. We built the most wonderful community. Now it's about time we make the best out of the West. We can do it. It's possible. So if everyone wants to come and complain here, and I was listening to Jamal Kanji. I'm listening to him and I'm like, does this guy understand that there is no Dow Vessel employee here? Not even a single one. These are leaders that volunteer to help, as he also can volunteer to become part of the solution. But he comes in here with all the negative energy as if he is doing us a favor when he becomes nice to us. We're not Dow Vessel. And thanks, Keith, for putting it correctly so. We're not Dow Vessel. Dow Vessel did not pay for me to come here in Dubai and meet up with them. No, that's my children's money. But I had to do it because I have got the community in my mind. And I'm not going to come to say, hey, listen, can you give me my assets and I withdraw and no. This is about the community. This is about us, all of us. And if I can walk out with something here in Dubai, we're going to the office tomorrow because Mr. Glasgow has got some other business to take care of. He's not going to be in the office. Tomorrow is given us the other top leaders of the company to angle us at the office. One thing that I'll be happy to walk out of here is that if there is a solution in terms of how to take care of those that are at the bottom of the list, I would have achieved my mission. Even if nothing is mentioned about me, because I did not come here for me. BOF is serving us without even talking about themselves to say, yeah, we are BOF and all that kind of stuff. Nah, that's not, they don't do that. If BOF can serve us with humility and humbleness, why am I failing to do the same thing? We need to do the same thing. And we want this to, we wish the company can understand that this issue has been long outstanding to some of us, is a thorn on a neck, and we cannot rest up until those community members are well taken care of. They have got their money and they are getting something. And the company also has got what the company is looking for. We're not here to change Mr. Jonah Glasgow's business model. We were not there when he started it. We are not going to change it. All what we're saying, say, this will best work this way. And we as leaders, we've got the power to make sure that we can help the community in many ways than just a presentation. We've got the power. If I'm giving away my own DC and I say to Jonah, here is my DC, that person who is running short with 1,000, 2,000, 1,000, or even 2 DC, is this, we're talking internet here, we're talking technology. Can't you take from me and get that person happy? Because the happiness of that person is the growth of the same user base that you're looking for. Everybody's winning here, guys. And everybody is going to be happy if we follow this way of looking into things. What do I do with the 750,000 worth of TFA PEC 3? What do I do with it when I am alone and I'm sitting with a lot of people that are not happy? It's useless to me. I would rather have that 5,000 that will give me 3,000, and the rest we top it up. We move as we move along, and everybody is happy. That's the way to go. That's, according to me, I think it's the best way to go. And nobody should be benefiting twice right in front of the eyes of someone who never even benefited once. It shouldn't happen. It's very inhuman. It's not the best way of how to do business. I sometimes do read books also. I remember Dr. Stephen Covey, when he was writing his book, The 8 Habits of Highly Effective People. He says, don't be a Donald Trump. Don't take everything on the table of a business negotiation. It's not about you. You must think about the other person. We benefited. It's about time the community benefits. We did benefit. We are leaders. We did get something out. It's about time the community gets something out. And if that message is cut across all the leaders, that will then start, making sense to Jonah to say, you know what? I've got the best of leaders I can ask for from the whole world. You know why? They're prepared to give away something. in order for others to benefit, so that the company Dow Vessel can get what they are looking for faster. That's it, guys. Thank you very much. See you on Wednesday, and let's hope everybody now understands that when it's Sunday, the BOF have got family there. Everybody has, you know, they are here to help us. And then you don't attend the meeting. And then you are exiting, you're going, and all of a sudden you're doing whatever you want to do. These people are here to help us. Someone is jumping into a pool of a boiling pool of water to come and take you out, and then you sink them in and you get out. This is very bad mannerisms. I don't know what we have to do, but we have to keep on pushing these words to people to say, when there is a meeting, tell everybody to come to the meeting. Irregardless whether they are angry, they are going to come here and insult us and say what, it's okay, we understand. People behave and make decisions based on the information that they have at that particular moment of behavior. The BOF has toned down a lot of negative energy. There are few Hamal Kanjis that you have now. Few Hamal Kanjis. The rest of the people now, the light is now, boom, open. They can see, oh, okay, no, I thought they were going to scam us again. They were coming for more. No. That's not the case here. It's a totally different story. Guys, thank you very much for listening to me. Well, I do have an appetite of words, because I think, you know, when you talk, you give people information, and if we all can really respond, not react, respond to what Dow Vessel is saying. Let us respond, not react. Don't allow your anger to have you make decisions. There is no weak man than a man who makes a decision at the height of their anger. You are weak. Get your brains involved. Be intellectual about things that happen, not emotional about things that happen. Don't react, respond. It's powerful when you respond than when you react. Because when you respond, your moves are calculated. You almost have designed your own outcome of the situation when you respond. Let's work with Jonah, and let's move forward, ladies and gentlemen. It is very, very, very important that we work with Jonah on this journey. And believe me, it's a win-win situation. And we're blessed to have the BOF amongst us here, holding our hands like, you know what, let's do this. And very soon we're going to have, if we start seeing people in Africa that are saying, I have managed to withdraw 2, 3, 4, 500, 10, you know what? Then I will come back to Dubai for holiday, not for business. I'll come back to Dubai for holiday, but now it's all business, it's jam-packed for business, information sharing sessions and all that kind of stuff. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We will always be here. Hopefully by Wednesday, everybody understands now. You need to drag someone into the meeting. You know someone who is very unhappy, who is very angry, who has got nothing, who wants to do harm than any good. Bring them here. We are leaders. We are not leaders because we joined first. No, we are leaders because we have got human soft skills. We understand how to deal with you when you are at your intellectual lowest and behaving in a manner that is not humanly possible for anyone to handle you. We know how to do that. So bring them, all of them. We will handle them. And we will show them the way. And you will start seeing a smile on their face. They will thank you for bringing them into the meeting. Don't worry. We're not going to fight anyone. This is not a war zone. This is a business environment. Everybody must walk away home knowing they were in a business session, not in a war zone. From time to time, yes, we might be forced to deal with you in a harsh way, because even kids, when they start throwing all the toys all over the shore and they don't even have space to play, you're going to have to call them into order. And I'm not insulting anyone, but I'm saying we have to do it nicely in an orderly fashion. In an orderly fashion. This is the greatest opportunity for us to get what we're looking for. And General, we are forgetting that Dow Versailles business model is not to give us what we lost. That is one statement that people must understand. The business model of Dow Versailles is not TFA.
That's right.
No, it's not TFA. They're not here to give us what we lost. No. That's where now we need to start moving towards that, so that you understand it. While you are busy with TFA, look into the opportunities around the TFA and benefit from them.
Yeah.
Rather than you are busy with the TFA and you are taking the little that you are getting out of the TFA, you're going to plant it somewhere else on somebody who never even helped you. I can't believe there are people who are taking money from Dow Versailles that they had lost already, and they're just going to join somewhere. Yeah, I did withdraw my $10 and now I have invested somewhere. That one is giving 70% every month. Are you kidding me? How long is it going to do that? 70% every month.
I know.
What mathematics do you apply?
Yeah. Well, Ben, thank you so much for that. And like Winnie said in the chat box, your words are inspiring and joyous. They really are. And, we've got an opportunity here that I've never seen in my life, and I didn't expect to either. I mean, in the last 2 years, it's been some great challenge. The Bureau have been through many challenging situations. I recall, just briefly before we leave, I recall back in the Halloween event with Hypernation. And when you say that we should be looking at our community and our people around us, I can tell you now, Ben, that me, Buddykins and another couple of members of the Bureau were sat there in awe how most leaders were jumping and grabbing all the goodies and everything. And we knew at that time that there were problems on the system and they didn't move and they didn't bat an eyelid. And we tried to say, come on, guys, let's look at the problem we've got here. And it was wiped out. They wanted the goodies off the system. And it was like, come on, please, we got wiped out. We got told we didn't know what we was talking about. And when Hypernation published that report telling us what the problem was, it clearly wrote it out when the problem started, which proved beyond a doubt that we knew when it started. We knew back then, but nobody listened. Your words are inspiring, like Winnie said, and this is exactly what we need to be doing. Truth, not misinformation, okay? Accept the truth. Sometimes the truth is painful, but accept it and work with it. When you're working with a team of people that have been there, done it, and got out the other side, then you can't go wrong, because that is what the Bureau is. The Bureau have been there, gone through it, and we've got out the other side. And I don't know another team or another organization that have matched us on that score. Okay. And like I said, now that we've met King Ben and his wonderful community, we can join together and be an absolute powerhouse for Dalversal and the future of this metaverse. Ben, it's been an absolute pleasure, sir. I'm just going to have a quick run through this chat group because Susan has posted, thanks to all the leaders. We needed to hear this. Absolutely, absolutely. So glad I joined this meeting. Thank you, Susan. And like Ben said, you enjoyed it, bring a friend. Bring another friend, get them to bring their friends too, because this is information that everybody needs to hear. And you're quite right, we do need to hear this. Even us at times. when we've had a hard time in real life. Because don't forget, guys, we have a real life as well outside the metaverse, okay? And sometimes we have it tough in reality and we forget about this. So Ben's words are welcome. Go to
Well, I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna be licking some wounds here. Are you in a position to recognize this one, General?
Springbok?
This one, right on my, this one, General.
No, what? It's New Zealand.
No, it's the Springboks, General.
No, I don't know.
You don't understand, General.
No,
I'm
you've
just
lost.
a rugby, General.
You've lost me, sir. Is it a?
I got you, man.
Or is it rugby union?
The South African rugby team.
South African rugby
I
team.
tell you what. I tell you what. That's why I've been with Buddykins for 21 years, because I didn't know and she did. Wow.
Nah, man, that was just, you know.
Okay, let me just read a couple of these messages out because I want to, I honor and appreciate people's input. Ben, thanks, Ben, for your efforts to get this community back on track and the Bureau for your selfless servanthood. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Jamila, I am so grateful that I managed to join the meeting today. Good, Jamila. Thank you. And I hope you have a fantastic week coming. Private Winnie Skips, General Kev is always right. Ask Buddykins. She won't have it, mate. She won't have it. Buddykins says truth, transparency and consensus. 100%, yeah. Palessa, can you send the Zoom session survey to Telegram, please? Absolutely. Okay, guys, I've put a survey together. It's a very basic survey. It's anonymous. We don't collect data, emails, names, or anything like that. And it's basically a feedback survey on how you found this Zoom meeting today. And all that does is give the Bureau an idea of how you found it, whether there's particular areas that you would like us to focus on to help you move forward, because it helps us to provide that information for you. Buddykins has just posted that again in the chat box. So if people would like to fill that in, and I think there's about 4 or 5, maybe 5 or 6 questions in it, that's all. But they're not intrusive, they're not personal information, it's just general information on how you found it this evening. Okay, Deborah, would you like... Sorry, Ben, go on.
Sorry, General. I just wanted to ask on your survey, because it's a brilliant idea. Would you be kind enough to accommodate on the space of them writing there? What are the general common problems that they experience or hear that others are experiencing? We also need to collect that data so that we are in a position to look into how much are we doing, what are the areas of concern that we need to be strengthening our conversations on, so that we engage at their level.
Right, okay, right at the bottom there's a comments box. I've
Yes.
put other comments, so anything that they want to write can be written in that bottom box. Okay, yeah. That's in there now. Okay, I always give that at the bottom because, you know, I don't know the questions that they might want to answer. So it always gives them the opportunity to write what they want to say. So anything like that, guys, you want to give us feedback on, you know, where we can help or, you know, like Ben said, you know, our strengths, our weaknesses, anything. We're open to, you know, working with you guys. Okay. So Deborah, would you like to come on and say your last words before we... It's been a fantastic night, I must admit. 2.5 hours, guys.
Yes, of course. You know, I was actually looking at the time as well, and I'm saying, wow, 2.5 hours. And the schedule wasn't meant to be 2.5 hours. So this has been a very, very powerful meeting. And the members were very engaging as well. And very, very important matters were actually brought up. And it is good to know that people are well aware that they can bring in these issues. It can be tackled with, and everyone will benefit. And everyone will also look at a positive journey throughout the DAO vessel ecosystem, where there is a brighter future for everybody. And it's a long-term project that we should all be embracing. But knowledge is definitely a powerful tool. And I would like to thank everyone who attended today. The inspiration was amazing. The inspiration was amazing. And we are driving to a sense of unity, and we are a family, as in DAO vessel. That is the ignition, family. And we all need to fall part of it and, you know, go on to this venture of achieving what we are destined to be. So the journey is amazing. We're channeling through, and we, as General Kev mentioned, and also King Ben, nobody should be left behind. The community is the actual source. And also DAO vessel is mending, you know, all the gaps that we currently have. But we should also be very patient. It's a bigger project. It's a bigger construction of the metaverse, and which should blend in with chewable bits of information that we can absorb into our system as well. So this was a very, you know, inspirational meeting, and also the motivation behind it. It is what we should be channeling on. So for me personally, this was such a very touching meeting. It was very touching. I was actually listening and, you know, collaborating the thoughts of what is actually happening. And I'm quite relieved with what I see. Quite relieved. So thank you to everyone.
Okay, thank you, Deborah, for that. It's like I say, what can I say? These are not the average meetings. These are above and beyond any meetings that I've ever been to, you know, before. But saying that, we're in a different space now, and this is what we're molding ourselves to, a fantastic future for all members that want it. Okay, and I just mirror what King Ben has said. You know, bring along your friends, your downlines, your families, anybody that you feel, you know, and there's plenty of people out there that feel so frustrated and left behind, and there's no need to anymore. Okay, this isn't going to be a get rich quick scheme. This isn't going to be 1 or 2 days and everybody's happy and hunky-dory, but we've got a plan now where we can help everybody move forward in a positive manner, not just for tomorrow's reaping the benefits, for a good long period into the future. Hopefully the global community can pull together finally and work like we should have been doing back in Hyperfund and Hyperverse days. That's what I'm aiming for. When I saw DAOversal's white paper, I looked at what we were supposed to be doing back in Hyperverse, and it was almost like something had been reborn and given us that opportunity. And like I say, I'm pleased that me, you know, for the Bureau and the team that we've got within the Bureau have found you guys a wonderful community to work alongside. We can take this to the next level. Okay, guys, I will stop recording the video. It's been an absolute fun.